Hello everyone, and welcome to this gentle 30-minute mobilizing yin practice. We will be using a block for this practice, but if you don't have one, you can grab a stack of books or something solid because we'll be using it underneath our sacrums, or even if you have a bolster, that will work as well. So let's come on to our backs to begin, just making your way there nice and slow. However feels natural for you to get there. And then beginning to extend the legs out long, letting the arms rest alongside your body. And let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Full exhale out the mouth. Feel the whole body softening down into the ground with that exhale. Let's go two more. Deep inhale through the nose. And full exhale out through the mouth. One more time, big inhale, breathing in through the nose. And full exhale out through the mouth. And just allowing yourself to soften completely here. Feeling heaviness from the back of the head, all the way down the body, down into the shoulders. Feeling the arms soften as the fingertips curl in. And feeling the hips and legs heavy. And still remaining present with the breath. Just noticing that natural ebb and flow of the inhale and exhale. And just continuing to slow the inhale and exhale, finding an even pace. And just noticing the body softening with each breath, relaxing with each breath. You can begin to gently bend one knee and then the other. And just make sure you have your prop nearby. And gently root the soles of the feet down and slowly scoop the tailbone forward and up. And just lifting the hips with the exhale. And as you inhale, gently curling the spine, nice and slow, all the way down. Let's just do two more like that. Beginning to scoop the tailbone forward and up. Gentle engagement of the glutes as the hips lift, soles of the feet press down. And then slowly curl the spine all the way down. Beginning to go one more time here, scooping the tailbone forward and up. And as you lift the hips, bringing your block underneath the sacrum. And just feeling the hips resting down on that block. And then either bringing the knees together and heel-toeing the feet about the width of your mat, if the low back is sensitive, or just keeping the knees bent. If it's in your practice to straighten the legs, you can do so. Just notice how your back feels and know that you can bend the knees anytime. You can also try with bending one knee and then keeping the other leg straight as well. We will be in the shapes for about 2 to 5 minutes, so don't worry so much about going to your deepest expression. Focus more so on connecting in with the safety of the shape first. So allowing your body to Become accustomed to the shape. Allowing your body to trust the shape, to trust this position, and then let yourself deepen in time and allow your breath to be that guide. So if the breath is restricted at all, it just means you need to gently ease off. It just means you need to gently come out. And feeling the stability underneath the back of the sacrum. So just making sure the block or bolster isn't on the low back, it's pushed down a little further. And think of the very top edge of the block resting along the top of your hip bone, the iliacus. Letting the shoulders continuing to soften, letting the breath continuing to be smooth and steady. And feeling the breath deepening into the pelvic region. Maybe wrapping around the low back. And you're keeping that nice, slow, even inhale and exhale. And just noticing how the body responds in time, over time. Notice where it becomes heavier, where there's a gentle release, a softening and surrendering into the support that is always beneath you. Allowing yourself to feel the stability. If you have one leg extended, you can switch and bend the opposite knee and extend the other leg. And continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Let the tongue melt in the mouth. Releasing a bit of tension in the jaw as you notice the heaviness on the back of the head. And just allowing the breath to continue to move effortlessly. Noticing what is showing up for you with loving awareness. Knowing that whatever wants to arise, it always arises for you to welcome it in. Because when you can welcome it in, it creates healing. And whatever chooses to arise is right in alignment with what you're needing to look at in this moment. Beginning to ground into all four corners of your feet. You can bend that one knee if you have the opposite leg extended, just making sure both knees are bent. And then beginning to scoop the tailbone forward and up, lifting the hips and gently releasing the block. Good, and then you can bring the feet the width of the mat. Just place your block out of the way, begin to cactus the arms, and just let the knees draw from side to side. And just getting this nice release in the low back and the hips. And then drawing the knees back through center. You can bring your block off to the right. Extending your right leg long. Let's draw your left knee in and just begin to take some gentle circles into that left knee. You can rest your right hand on top of your thigh. Next, circle around, begin to draw that left knee over to the right, maybe landing that knee on your block, or it can come down onto the ground. And then beginning to rest your right hand on the left thigh. You can bring your left hand to left shoulder and just draw the elbow down towards the left hip, over to the right, and all the way up and back. So you're taking these nice circles with your left elbow. Moving nice and slowly here, continuing to breathe as you move. And we'll go one more time. Circling that left elbow all the way around and up, and then beginning to reach your left arm out to a half T. Gaze can be up towards the sky, or you can turn it over the left shoulder. Gentle tuck of your tailbone. Notice if the low back is wanting to wing out. That tuck of the tailbone helps to realign the pelvic diaphragm with the upper diaphragm and helps to regulate the breath more, slowing down the heart rate. And just letting the shoulders soften. Noticing how your body feels in this new shape from head to toe. Allowing your body to soften into the support beneath you. The support that's underneath your right side. Maybe feeling the whole right side of your body completely surrendering. Releasing in time. And continuing to draw the breath deep into the belly. Deep down towards the pelvis. Continuing to regulate the breath. And with this focus and awareness on the breath and the speed of the breath, we place ourselves into a meditative state in doing so. And just allowing the left fingertips to gently curl in. Noticing the support that's underneath that left arm and shoulder. Noticing what is arising for you in this moment. Just remembering sensations are energy. Releasing any story towards them. It's the stories that can keep us stuck in a certain sensation. But when we just feel into the sensation and allow it to speak its truth without trying to make it go away or make it be a certain way, when we just allow it to be and stay present with it with the breath, it begins to slowly merge from that separateness, that intense separateness, into unity and oneness within our bodies. We are energetic beings. Everything is made up of energy, so it's the energy that's needing an outlet and a place to move, and how we give it that is through loving awareness, through compassionate awareness. You can draw your gaze back to center. Use the exhale to draw your left knee back to center. Give the knee a gentle squeeze in as you come onto your back, and maybe curl the forehead up. And gently releasing that left leg down. If you used a block on this side, you can just place it over to the left. Let's draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Just give it a gentle squeeze, extending the left leg long, and then beginning to take some gentle circles into that right hip. Your hand can come on the knee and your left hand can come on your left thigh. And just feeling this right knee continue to circulate. Nice and slow. And then beginning to draw that right knee over to the left, and either bringing the knee on your prop, or you can relax it onto the ground. Bringing fingertips of the right hand to your shoulder. And let's draw the right elbow down towards the hip, over to the left, and up, and open, and over to the right. So you're creating this gentle circle in the right shoulder. Maybe feeling some spaciousness and release. And one more time, let's draw that right elbow down, over to the left, and then up and over to the right. So your arm is coming out to a full half T. Let the shoulders soften, and just notice this opening on the front of the right shoulder. And again, gentle tuck of the tailbone. Breathing the breath deep into the low back. Allowing your left hand to soften on your right thigh. And taking any audible exhales as you notice how your body responds in this new shape. What feels different? Maybe your gaze is up towards the sky or gently over that right shoulder for your full twist. And just continuing to allow the breath to move nice and fluidly here. Notice what's happening in the feet, if there is any tension in the ankles. Maybe just giving the toes a gentle wiggle, the ankles a gentle movement. And then noticing the points of contact again. Feeling your head being supported. Feeling that whole left side being supported. Maybe you release the grip of that left hand. Breathing into your body even more. Maybe telling yourself, I am safe. Notice what parts of you begin to soften when you say that, I am safe. Remaining with loving awareness on your whole self. Noticing the jaw And letting the tongue continuing to fall softly in the mouth. Breathing into the low belly. We'll stay here for a few more deep breaths. Beginning to gently draw your gaze back to center. Gently draw your right knee back into your right shoulder as you slowly come onto your spine. Giving your right knee a gentle squeeze in, maybe curling the forehead up towards that knee. And slowly releasing down. And just coming into your Shavasana, taking a deep inhale in. And full exhale, sigh it out. Let's walk the feet to the bottom left corner of the mat. Option 2, cross your right ankle over left while keeping your right hip tacked down, and the hips will stay where they are. And then just moving your shoulders over to the top left corner of your mat, any amount. Option 1, your left arm comes alongside your body, right arm sweeps overhead. Option 2, you can reach for opposite elbows. And option 3, you can reach for that right wrist gently. Whichever variation you're taking, just keeping that right hip dropping down and then drawing your awareness from the feet all the way up. So see if you can release any tension in the ankles by letting your calves feel the ground beneath you. And then feeling the backs of your legs supported. Bringing your awareness all the way up into your glutes and your hips. Maybe feeling this nice opening on your right side. And just feeling the breath moving towards any places of holding. Just noticing where those places of holding are, where you're feeling those sensations. And drawing the breath just slightly away. So we're not drawing the breath fully into the tension, we're just feeling where there is contraction and drawing the breath close to it, but not forcefully into it. And that right there is the embodiment of acceptance. When you can feel the tension, but giving it some space while still remaining in connection to it along with your breath, and bringing the breath gently towards it while respecting its space. So acceptance is energy moving forwards, and that's what's needed to create the shift. Just taking a few more breaths here on this side. And gently releasing your bind and slowly bringing yourself back through center and moving very slowly. And then beginning to walk the feet over to the bottom right corner of your mat. The hips will stay at center. Option to cross your left ankle over right. And then bringing the shoulders to the top right corner and finding your variation. Either keeping the right arm alongside the body, left arm overhead. You're reaching for that left wrist gently, or you're reaching for opposite elbows. And tacking the left hip down. And same thing, starting with the feet, drawing awareness from the feet all the way up the body. And noticing if the ankles are tense, bring your awareness to the calves and let your calves feel the support of the ground. Bringing awareness to the back of the thighs. All the way up to the back of the hips. And the back of the shoulders. And the head. Just feeling the body connect deeper with those points of contact with the earth. And just noticing the shift in sensations. Maybe where there's a different sensation of discomfort. And just noticing where that is, and then coming back to the fluidity of your breath and feeling the breath just gently moving towards the discomfort in any way, while still giving the discomfort some space. And just noticing maybe any micro movements that are happening in the body and allowing that to happen. Allowing the body to always be adjusting, not resisting the unfolding that wants to happen, the healing that wants to happen, but allowing for it to happen without the need to know why or how. Just know that you are being supported in this process. And again, nothing will ever arise up that you're not ready to face. And just taking a few more deep breaths on this side. Beginning to gently release your bind as you walk your head and shoulders back through center. And then beginning to walk the feet back through center. Coming into your Shavasana. Let's take a deep inhale in. Full exhale out. And just allow your shoulders and whole body to relax into the earth here. Allow this deep reset from all of your presence and work through this practice to be integrated. And just notice if there's any clenching and just bringing a smile to it. And then also notice where there's parts of yourself that are surrendering. Again, you can allow for any micro movements here if the legs want to gently shake, or if the arms or shoulders want to gently shake. Just let that energy move, and remembering its energy while continuing to breathe. In my healing journey, when I first began doing the deeper work on my nervous system, I would get so caught in the story of why I was feeling these sensations, and it was creating all this pent-up fear and anxiety. And it was a practice, and what helped me let go was to feel into the resource that was here, to feel into the expansion that is always within us, that was always within me, to feel the support of the ground that's always there. When I was able to have those points to reference, then I was able to be with the heavier, denser, lower vibrational energy that was just wanting a place, an outlet to move. And it was the breath that allowed that energy to carry out the motion of moving while still staying rooted in my center. And that took a long time for me to get that process, that understanding. And so I hope in these practices, this helps you get there faster. This helps you understand that when the body starts to shake, there's nothing wrong with you, that when there's a heated sensation of rage or whatever in the body, it's an energy that just needs to be breathed into, just needs to be loved into. Not changed, not judged, not pushed away, but just breathed into with full loving presence. We all have experiences, we all have a story. We carry trauma from our ancestors, and we can move it, we can heal it, we can shift it. And letting go of the story is such a powerful way to do so. And it doesn't mean that you forget what happens, what has happened. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you condone abusive or cruel acts of behavior. But it allows you to free yourself from holding that resentment, from holding that anger. And in freeing yourself, you become more of who you are. And freeing yourself is like walking away from that experience with the embodiment of now knowing how to set better boundaries, how to have your own back. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And gently drawing the knees in towards the chest, maybe curling the forehead up. And then beginning to gently rock and roll your way up to a seat. Let's take a deep inhale in. Full exhale out. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope this practice has left you feeling nourished and grounded and centered within yourself and your truth. Namaste.